All right, fam. All right, fam. BmorePod. We're gonna try something super different and super interesting today. My co-hosts are all out doing stuff. I think Miss Lisa's at Latin Fest, and Dennis is out partying. So I snuck into the studio, and I found a couple of buddies, and we just about to do some stuff. We're gonna experiment a little bit and have some fun. So I'm here with GenXen. I'm here with GenXen, and we're gonna just have some fun. Completely random. Have some fun. All right, guys, what's up?
What's going on?
What's up?
Thank you.
GenXen. What we got over here? Make sure it's streaming. We'll make sure we're going live. But
Nerdy Cat.
Dress.
Chike.
All right, what's up, y'all? So I met these guys earlier, and they seem kind of fun. They're vloggers. Is that what y'all do? Is that what they call it these days? The young kids call it vlogging.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I love some of their videos. Their editing skills were like off the charts. So I just said, hey, man, I got nothing to do Saturday night. Come hang out. That's what we're doing. So what y'all do? What's vlogging? I don't even know what that is.
Yes.
Or you know.
Thank you for having us. I don't know. Chike, you can go first. Go ahead, take it away.
What's vlogging? I mean,
Or you know, what do y'all do? What do y'all do when y'all hang out? Y'all just
we just hang out, show. We just hang out. Damn, what kind of? We hang out.
And then you record yourselves hanging out.
Yeah, we record ourselves, entertain the people as best as we can.
Right, right.
We try to give it to the people in the best form possible.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, we see some of your work in the background. You know what I'm saying. While we're playing. So okay, so it looks like what actually got me interested was some of y'all travels and stuff. So I think this video was Barcelona or something. So you guys go all over the world doing stuff.
Yeah. So pretty much, I went to Barcelona just because like I like to travel.
Right.
So like, I'm the traveler. I don't know. I think of myself as the lone wolf. So I just be doing my own things whenever I need mental peace.
Right.
So last trip was Barcelona, and because growing up I used to be in like cult movies, like for instance you had Euro Trip. Tristan helped me out. Euro Trip, American Pie,
right? Funny stuff.
Road Trip, etc. Just beer pong, all the above. So like
National Lampoon, stuff like that.
What? Yo,
yeah, exactly. That's some good stuff. That's funny. That's classic.
Right. So like that in itself kind of influenced me on going, because when you go over those sides of the world, like you're not dealing with American stuff. You're dealing with like some movie type scenery essentially, and it's kind of fun over there. It's really fun.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. So you guys just travel in and you film it and like some comedic experiences and stuff like that, and then put it together and share it with the world.
Yeah, but I learned everything from him when it comes to traveling. He put me on to the traveling.
You're really so yeah. What's up? Where did that come from? Like, why do you like traveling so much? Or
so for me, I've at this point I've been to 20 different countries, including the United States.
Right.
I've my mentality was after I graduated high school was that I wanted to go kind of really see the world, kind of learn on my own as opposed to immediately going to a 4-year college.
Right.
So I traveled up and down the East Coast. I went to Europe for a little bit. I spent 6 weeks traversing Western, Central Europe, going down into Southern Europe, and then made my way into Israel for a little bit.
Right.
And then went all the way back. I started in Ireland and made my all the way to Jerusalem.
That's crazy. You did it the hard way.
Yeah, no, I did it
for no reason. Okay.
I did it as fast as I could and as far as I could for about 6 weeks. I taught Greg how to travel like that too.
Right.
But with that, I kind of connecting a little bit more to my study. I study cultural anthropology and sociology in school.
Right.
And my travels really influenced kind of a lot of both what I'm interested in, like a research perspective, as well as just kind of what I do.
Right. People and culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, people, culture, history.
Like I was telling Greg earlier today, actually, like I kind of just a very chaotic person in general. You know? If you're into D&D stuff, I'm like chaotic good, where I just kind of I don't do anything maliciously. I just kind of do things in a very erratic way, according to my own definition.
Right. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
We're a bunch of menaces. Like when I thought about the group in itself, I was like, it needs to be a group that like everybody like has their own unique ability. That's where the friends part comes in. 'Cause,
Right,
like,
right.
When it comes to friends and like being cool with people, you need like different. Can't all be copy and paste.
Right, right.
This to the friendship, or
Right.
like the pack. So like when I thought about this group, every single body in this group has their own unique thing to them.
Has their own kind of like a superhero type thing. Everybody's got their, like the X-Men. Everybody's got their own,
Everybody's got
their own superpowers.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly, which is good. I mean, that's what friendship and stuff is about. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So who does all the editing? It looks like
Both of us for right now.
Yeah,
One,
okay.
two.
How did you get into editing? You just kind of randomly started messing with stuff?
Well,
or?
my first vid is actually on the channel. The first
Okay.
vid I ever made. So
All right.
you go back.
See if we can find some of that. But yeah,
The pilot. Yeah.
right.
So that's the first vid I ever edited. I thought I did pretty good with it, but the reason why I wanted to get into editing at all is because I actually had a podcast before I ever linked up with them
Right.
that fell through. And when that fell through, let me go back a bit.
Right.
We were doing audio at first, and I planned on going to video. And I was like, let me get a MacBook, let me get all this, let me get ready, and then they fell through. They fell through. They didn't want to do it no more, like for whatever reason. So now I'm here.
Now you're back on it. Yeah, but that's it. Your dream. You keep the dream alive. You keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up high and it's gonna go low. But you just keep going.
I was ready to level up. I guess they weren't. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
So,
Now we're here. Now we're here. It's pretty good. So you do some editing too, Greg?
Yeah.
You do some of the stuff.
It's my
Like
mind.
as a hobby.
My mind is a shit show. Oh, I'm so sorry for the people at home, but like my mind is just a chaotic mess. Like
I know. We're looking at the videos too. It's a million things. The audience, if y'all seen the video, that's how that's what his mind looks like. It's
You're
like,
getting a
man,
taste of my mind. In these
it's a
videos.
little bit of everything. It's choppy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's that's good. That's what you do.
When it comes to life, it's for me, it's chaotic and it's just in the moment.
Right.
So when I do these, when you see my videos,
Right.
especially for the people at home, like especially that I know, I'm giving them like a lens of what I'm seeing when I make my videos.
What you're saying. Yeah. I mean, that's art. I mean, that's kind of art. Like photographers do it. Musicians do it. It's kind of it's like see through your lens, see through your mind. That's what art is about.
I had to get comfortable with that because some people are like prejudiced against what you like and stuff
Right.
like that. So
Exactly. Yeah, life is about your own talent, what's inside of you, getting it out. That's a beautiful thing.
People get mad at you because you not like them, bro. Like,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
that's crazy, right? That's crazy.
Facts.
Right.
That's why I
Yeah,
like
that's
talking
crazy.
to niggas like that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
right, exactly.
People
We're
like
gonna bleep some stuff out. 'Cause we raw. We'll bleep some stuff out. Yeah. So that's good. That's good. So. Like I said, we're live. We're just trying to show. Like I said, I'm in here without my co-host. I broke into the studio, met these guys, and we're hanging out. So it's raw, it's on cut, it's crazy. Also, we're trying to show, Be More. What you got a crew, bring them over here. You got some talent, bring them over here. You got a podcast, bring it over here. We can shoot it all at BmorePod. This is what we just trying to do. Just trying to show you what the studio can do. So anybody can come in, and do whatever. It doesn't have to be just my opinion. You kind of rent a spot. We go on the website. You can come and rent some time and bring your crew in here and do whatever you want to do. Like I said, all my co-hosts is out doing stuff. I'm solo. I've got nothing to do this evening, so I brought my friends in and we just gonna hang out.
ladies, hit them up.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. So if you got some ideas, come on BmorePod. We gonna just be random. Yeah, so Barcelona. Where else did you go?
So, just this past trip, I did Barcelona and Ibiza.
Right.
Those two are probably like my favorite places right now. Ibiza I only went to because it's like the party capital of the world.
Right.
And like as me, like I'm a party goer. Like Tristan's been there since jump. And Chike's been around since college, so like we all know our wild sides. But like
Right.
with me, I'm all in or all out. So it's like I was like, Ibiza, yes.
Yes,
Also, it costs like
I heard that was fun.
$30 to get over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
$30?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
See, that's right. That's
All right,
something most people don't.
Break it down.
$30 from Barcelona to Ibiza?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
$30 to Ibiza from Barcelona, but then how much from here to Barcelona?
Here to Barcelona, that was. I'm giving out the tea, but to go to Barcelona, that trip actually cost me.
Let's see. We'll make sure our sound check. Everybody, make sure our mics are good. I'm getting feedback from the folks watching. Make sure we're good.
Gotcha.
Mic check.
That,
Mic check. All right.
that Barcelona trip costed me about. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I know we're gonna learn all the tricks and stuff. You probably got a bunch of like traveling so much. Like,
I've done entire
dirt cheap.
lectures on how to travel dirt cheap. Now, granted, a lot of this is a lot of my travel has been pre-pandemic. However, I did do a brief, kind of 2.5 week backpacking trip in
Right.
Central Europe, kind
Right.
of during the times of COVID in 2021. So I do know kind of both.
Right.
You know.
Hold on. Let me just check my hopper because
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Where you gonna go next? What are y'all thinking of going next, or what's your next trip gonna be? What do you think?
I say Amsterdam, right?
Amsterdam, December. That's what I would.
Yeah,
Them
that would be
Amsterdam.
good. Yeah.
Me, I might be going to Toronto. I think I'm going to Toronto this November. So
Yeah, I don't know. Amsterdam sounds like it could be trouble.
The red light
it's
district
gonna
is what I'm there for.
Yeah,
It's-
that
it's-
sounds
all you,
like
man.
it's gonna be some trouble. And like you don't want any parts of it.
See, I've got a girl, so for me, I'm
Right.
just kind of like, I'm there to hang out with a bunch of Dutch people and drink beer. That's all I do.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. I mean, that's good too. Amsterdam actually sounds nice. I haven't been there either. But yeah, maybe I'll hang out with y'all.
Listen, tickets right now are going for $400. I also found out my ticket round trip for Barcelona was $500.
500. Yeah.
I don't like to travel expensive. Like
Right.
people have this facade like when you go out in the world you need to ball and have like an insane amount of pockets. I've met the coolest people in the world that literally are on a budget and are when they get back home they're gonna be like, oh dang.
Right.
That was an ignorant purchase. I should not have done that. Like those are the people that are on the road, not people that are like trying to go ball out and go in the club.
All right,
throw
make it
hundreds.
rain. Make it rain.
Yeah.
So, okay, so travel on a budget. That's good.
Just for some kind of suggestions.
Yeah,
for myself,
tips.
'cause,
Right.
So I've traveled a lot
course.
for a lot
Just
longer
go ahead.
periods of time
Just
than
go
you have,
ahead.
Greg. One of the things that I've kind of learned over the years, I kind of call it like an economy of scale
Right.
in this instance. So what
Right.
I mean by that is, so the longer you travel,
Right.
generally the cheaper per day it
Right.
tends to be.
Right, because
So
most
say-
people do the weekend where it's like
Exactly,
high,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
higher on the weekend. Right.
So it's like if you're able to take a week. So Greg, your entire week may have cost what, like $1,200,
Yeah,
$1,300
1200, something like that. Yeah.
for an entire like 2-3 week period. I spent $2,000.
right.
So now you're going
Right.
from 1 week to 1,200,
Right.
2.5 weeks, $2,000.
$2,000. Yeah. that's
Now
nice.
that's like bringing it down per week on
Right.
a per day basis. It's
Right.
already going down.
Right.
My original 6-week trip, I only spent $4,000. Now, granted, this is pre-COVID.
Right.
However, Europe still is a lot more expensive than the United States, and it's still prices from what I've seen, as long as you're kind of planning accordingly,
Right.
still around the same price point. So it's like if you're planning ahead,
Right.
if you just wait, give it a couple more weeks, give it a couple more months of actually saving up, kind of planning things out,
Right.
you can theoretically take a month-long kind of backpacking trip through Western Europe,
Right.
get over there for a couple $1,000.
Something to add. There should
Yep,
be no
yep.
reason that a Jack and Coke costs £15. There's no reason a Jack and Coke should cost 15 pounds.
All right.
This is like almost $17. Yes. Whoever made that price,
That's crazy.
I mean, well, then
you gotta go. You gotta go.
The tourists were coming and they were
Look,
like,
15 quid is nothing compared to what they have in Miami.
Bruh.
I always think
yeah, Miami.
Miami can have
Miami's
it.
bad.
Right. So I guess if you don't do the tourist trap places, it probably, you know what I mean.
Wait.
I guess
been
that's
to
it.
Miami?
I've been to Miami, yeah, absolutely.
Oh damn! I spent a whole month up there recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Miami, nice.
That's a new video
That's a
coming
lot.
soon.
Yeah.
You got that in works, right?
Yeah, that's in the works.
Okay, so that's gonna come on the video. So yeah, where can they find y'all again? GenXen.
Yeah.
You're the analytical guy.
Yeah, like where are you guys at? So like we waiting on the Miami video.
GenXen on YouTube.
Okay.
GenXen.
XEN, GenXen. Okay.
Okay.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Like we're all over.
Right.
We're trying to be all over.
Nice, GenXen. Yeah, so I'm gonna pop up some more videos in a little bit. But yeah, so that's, like I say, for folks out there, it's not Thursday, it's not the usual BMO My Opinion Pod. Like I said, Saturday evening I had nothing to do. I'll call with my boys and be like, hey, let's just come talk some trash, whatever. Also show off the studio. You know what I mean? If you got a crew, you got a group, a group of folks you want to come hang out. Go online, book some time and come in here. Just hang out, talk with your folks, and that's all we're doing here. Just hanging out, talking to my friends.
We might get a place here. We might do some time.
Yeah, there you go. Collaboration, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We definitely looking for more collaboration.
GenXen and BmorePod. We're doing it, We're looking for collaborations. Yeah, so that's awesome. That's awesome. So what else y'all do? So have y'all done some local stuff, like local videos? Like I say, I was excited about all the foreign stuff you're doing. That's my thing.
I treat us like the Avengers.
Right.
Like you have your cosmic Avengers and you have your street Avengers.
Right.
And when I think of cosmic, I think of like outside the U.S. and stuff like that.
Right.
But when it comes to like the street Avengers and like in the cities and stuff, I would say that's all him. He's everywhere.
Mr. Miami over there. Yeah, they freaking.
The Miami trip wasn't even planned. Like,
he just randomly upped and went.
what's it called? I got into some family trouble, and I was like, damn, where am I gonna go?
You had to go to witness protection like that. You damn right. You had to do some witness protection stuff.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. But I had a friend down there.
Right.
I was like, I might as well go down there. And like, it was interesting. Like, bro, it's like a whole nother world down there. Like, it's like iguanas and like lizards and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
Miami is, yep.
I was walking somewhere and just, bro, I don't know, like, the car, like, I was on the sidewalk, right? The car just skipped this, like, curb right next to me.
Whoa.
Just randomly, like, I don't know, like, places like that just feel different than, like, places up here. Like,
Right.
Like, I don't know what it is about that sun, but it makes people act up. Like,
I've got a good Miami story for you, actually. I was coming back. I was it's maybe May of 2021. I was down there with some friends who I'm no longer friends with. That's another whole story. But
You guys are wild, dude.
basically, long story short, I was flying out of Fort Lauderdale, so I was dropped those friends off at the Miami airport, and I took a train up to the Fort Lauderdale airport, and I'm sitting there waiting for the train to actually come, and I'm sitting there. It's like maybe 8:30 in the morning.
Right.
I'm like, all right, I'm kind of hungover, kind of just ready to go home. Got all my stuff in a bag, like sitting there waiting, and I see this guy walk in front of me. Guy's carrying a bike. He's shirtless.
Whoa, carrying a bike?
Oh,
like not riding a bike? Wait. No.
Here's where it gets wild. Guy is dressed. He's got his shirt over the shoulder.
Right.
Guy is dressed in an SS Nazi soldier uniform.
Right.
This is
Walking. Yeah, this is
Miami, right?
Yeah.
Walking in front of me
Right.
at the Miami train station. And I'm just sitting there looking at him, watching him
With a
walk
bike.
by, and I'm like,
With a bike.
all right, welcome to Miami, I guess. I'm glad I'm going home. Florida is Florida. It's run by DeSantis. It doesn't surprise me anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Wild.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty interesting. And that's some of the beauty of traveling too. Like you get to see different things.
Yeah.
Like you never know what you're gonna run into.
Yeah.
That's half the fun. Like never know what you're gonna run into. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You got some Miami stories? while you're in witness protection. While you said
Like shit, I was hiding for my dad.
there you go. Okay, right. So yeah, we're gonna keep all that secret. We're gonna say what you did, whatever.
But, yeah, I mean, damn, do I have any other Miami stories?
Oh, sure. Any stories? Any other because say y'all went to Miami locally. Y'all did videos in DC.
Sure, I can tell you one thing. Our one video in DR with me and Tristan, that entire trip was a giant.
DR?
Yeah.
Whoa, I heard DR was fun. Dude, y'all go to all the fun places.
Yeah, you died after 3 days.
Yeah,
You were there for a week.
Died? What do you mean he died?
He died.
What do you mean? What happened?
All right,
This
all
dude
right.
is like
Foreclosure.
This dude.
When some people are gonna crucify me for this. When an attractive mother hands you a bag of chocolate goodies, and she says they're milk chocolate, don't take them. That's all I'm gonna say. Just don't take them.
So we know what happened, right? So you told him and got messed up. You told him and got okay.
Don't take them.
We're not gonna talk. We're not gonna go any further because we know that's some crazy stuff.
I was just asleep for like what? How many days?
4 days. You were there for 7. You were asleep for 4 of the 7 days we were there. I don't remember what I did most of the time, but you were asleep for 4 of them. I know that fact.
Well, that's safer. Like you could have been. You don't know what you did. You could have.
I mean, all right. When I say I don't know what I did,
safe in bed. So
all right. When I say I don't know what I did,
I mean you don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, like the nitty gritty, I don't remember. But more so, I know exactly. Like I know what I did generally.
You got locked up. You got married. Like you could. There's all kinds of stuff.
I didn't get locked up in DR. Last time I was in Ireland, though, I got in the back of a police car, but that's an even dumber story.
On purpose?
No. Let me put it this way: when you're trying to get to a ferry in Ireland, don't walk into the restricted section of the port. Let me put it that way.
I can tell you one thing. Me and Tristan did go to the Black Lives Matter movement back in 2020?
Right.
Yeah, we were down at the protest down in DC back in sort of like late April, early May of 2020. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. And you filmed some of that stuff. You filmed out there and stuff.
Are we on Australian news at this point?
Yeah, that was actually.
Yeah, so you made the news. You guys.
So
made
that
the news.
was the funniest part. So I remember I can't remember if I found the video or someone sent me the video. I actually found a clip of me and Greg in the Black Lives Matter George Floyd protest in very early May of 2020. We found ourselves on Australian news,
really?
sort of like on the periphery of the video.
Hear me out, but from my POV, this was during the day when like we were in the middle of the streets and they were shooting.
Yeah, they were still shooting tear gas at us.
Yeah, they were shooting tear gas and like it was.
It was wild.
It was wild.
That was a wild time.
It was like
sure.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Airport scene. Just. Poo, poo.
Well, yeah, that was. I know that scene.
Oh my goodness.
That's wild. Australian TV, Australian news. Look at that, y'all international.
We did it. We tried.
That was a wild. But that again, that's also what it's about vlogging. You know, what I mean, going out there and being part of the news, making news. You know, showing your POV. POV. That's pretty tight. That's pretty tight.
Sort of lived experience aspect of it. You know, just kind of showing like what is actually going on half the time. You know.
Right.
And this group is like filled with. You have an anthropologist. You have an entrepreneur. You have musicians. You have.
We do some music on here. Come through. Bring the musicians out here. We'll do some stuff.
We got a couple local
Comedians.
artists where we think we're gonna do some things.
Gonna blow up. Yeah,
for sure. I have high hopes for them, just like us. But like
right.
the musicians we keep in our videos, and for me, the musicians I put in my video, I feel like they're gonna blow up one day.
Like I said, man, just keep the dream alive, keep doing it. I mean, you know, same thing. We had this podcast idea, we had this studio idea years ago, and me and Dennis, and it's finally coming to fruition. So it's just keep pushing, keep doing it, keep the dream alive,
grinding. Trying not to hear the voices outside, because there will be people like trying to keep you down and like. I guess deteriorate you from like you being you.
Bro.
Right.
People that have never done anything.
Yeah,
Trying
exactly.
to get you to stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
That's it.
So like, I'd be better off if I was you, right? Like that's what they say.
Exactly. Right.
Like,
Pretty much. Yeah. Don't be yourself.
no.
They're basically saying don't be
like,
yourself.
If I would have listened to them, I wouldn't have traveled. I wouldn't. If these two know some stories I can't tell on the air.
Right.
But if the world found out, they wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't believe
People
me.
just saying no. People telling you no to your dreams. That's awesome, man. That's like that's inspiring. Just like it's do whatever's in your heart. You know what I mean? And that's inspiring. That's pretty cool. So yeah, anthropology. Like what's are you going to school? Or you?
So I'm in school right now. I'm finishing up my fourth year at what's it called? My college. I am. So like with anthropology, I'm really interested in sort of like how people kind of perceive the world around them. How sort of like that idea of perception in and of itself.
Right.
And that's one of the things like with this group, I kind of almost act as like the devil's advocate half the time.
Right. You're pretty much studying him. Is that what he's doing? He's probably taking notes and all you guys. Kind of like this guy.
It's interesting. I'm trained in qualitative methods, so like interview is something that's one of those things where it's like I have been trained how to do interview, how to really kind of like gather information from a number of different sources.
Right.
And these guys, sometimes they'll be talking about different things, and I'm like, okay, all right, like, so you're thinking about it this way.
Right.
This is another way to think
another
about
perspective,
it.
right?
Another perspective, another different way of thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, like with anthropology, like my specialty is cultural anthropology specifically, and like a good kind of approximation of it is like looking at how people behave on a cultural level. Forgive me, I'm trying to give sort of a good definition of it. And culture, in this sense, is sort of behaviors that are shared amongst a particular population.
Right.
So like one person doing one thing isn't necessarily cultural.
Right, it's outlier.
But if it's something that they've learned from someone else and have been taught from someone else, generally speaking, that's cultural.
Right. Right.
So like, I'm trying to think of a good one, like Baltimore specific. Hun, like the way sometimes people in Baltimore will say like hun,
right?
Like that is a very Baltimore culturally specific
like
thing.
Term of endearment kind of thing.
Exactly. That is something that's very specific and kind of synonymous with Baltimore. So that would be a good idea of like Baltimore culture.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, how different cultures, different places have different things. Yeah, and it's interesting to see. Have you ever have you guys ran into I guess cultural faux pas? Like you go down there and be like, "Oops, I'm not supposed to say this," or "You ain't supposed to say that," or like do you kind of get into trouble doing that?
Our conversations with each other every time we talk in the group chat, we always are coming across something where another person feels a certain way, and all just because of the miscommunication.
Right. Yeah.
I've got actually a good story of this from the Dominican Republic, funny enough. So my family on my father's side is Venezuelan. So my last name is Diaz, right? It's a very Spanish last name.
Right.
I don't speak much Spanish. And when I was in the Dominican Republic, they saw my last name was Diaz every time they checked my passport for anything. And they would immediately switch over to Spanish.
Right.
And that's a language that I'm very, very novice at. It's something that I have very little experience with. And it was hilarious actually over there because I knew enough to kind of listen and be able to kind of pick out what was actually being said, but not really enough to respond,
Right.
And I remember the border guard actually called me a lame Latino because I could not respond in Spanish.
You were in a good Spanish.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, come on, dude, what are you doing?"
Right. Oh yeah, that's because people make assumptions. People see you and and that's the same thing too about people trying to change you because people look at you and be like, oh, you're supposed to be this kind of way or you should be that.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool that you guys are like, look, we're gonna do our own thing, we're gonna do our POV.
They try to put their own expectations of what you should be onto you. Like
Yeah.
Like, bro, like you don't know me, bro. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. And and like I said, once when people put you in a box, or they kind of try to label you, it actually demeans you, because it kind of gives you just that one dimensional thing, and it's like, dude, you can't just classify me as X or classify me as Y. It's like
society norms, and nowadays it's like the masses want you to follow what's popular. When you don't follow what's popular, then you're the bad guy, and it's like, bro, I just wanted to do me. Like,
right.
come on.
Yeah, so that's pretty inspiring that you guys just go for your stuff, go for what you want to do. Again, so if y'all watching, people confused, like, what the hell's happening? It's just Eric on the Saturday evening with nothing to do. I got a couple of boys, GenXen in here, just hanging out, testing out, playing with the cameras. So again, BmorePod, gmail.com. You got ideas, you got a crew you want to bring in, you got something you want to do, hit us up, BmorePod, gmail.com. Just me and GenXen hanging it out, chilling, hanging out in at the pod. Yep. So yeah, like I said, stuff in the background. Just some of their work in the background. They're vloggers, they're superheroes, they're anthropologists, musicians, all of that. It's pretty cool.
We also have a couple artists that didn't make it here today. We got Stitch, aka Vaughn. We got Toy Story. We got Young Keys. All of them have their own little things going on. Vaughn, aka the dad of the group. We got Keith, the main guy we go to for music, and then we got Toy Story. He's the guy we go for like just street stuff and just like anything. But also he does have his own. He has his own podcast coming out and his own clothing line called K4 Apparel.
Right.
So,
bring him on. Hey, we'll get him on. Come talk about your stuff. Yep. Come talk about your stuff. Share your stuff out here. Talent. Like we always say on BmorePod, talent will make room for you. So whatever talent you got, music, whatever it is, come on. We'll showcase it.
We'll try to get everybody here.
Yeah, get the whole crew in here. We'll showcase it. So we good. We what I mean? We get how long? We've been here for about, I don't know, about an hour, 45 minutes, just hanging out. You got something to add? You got something else to kind of talk about?
If anything, there's new videos coming soon.
Yeah, what you got coming soon?
We're gonna cook. We're gonna try to
this week
be better.
Yep, you got videos coming. We're gonna see the Miami. You gonna drop the Miami video? We got no.
Actually, yeah.
We get some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Friday, hopefully.
Friday, GenXen. So GenXen at YouTube. All the socials, like they say.
We'll figure out the kinks and put it in the comments and
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like I said, this is raw. This is just us, in the studio playing around. We just wanted to share it with you guys. It's not perfect. It's not perfected. We just in the studio playing around. We're gonna edit it. We'll chop it up. We'll add all the stuff in the comments. Y'all gonna see all the backstage stuff, raw. That's what this is about. You know what I mean? We're talented. It's not perfect. We're coming to you just the way we are.
That's how it should be always.
That's how it should be always. All right, we gonna wrap it up. Thanks you guys for coming out, man. It's been fun. I'm gonna go shut this thing down. Like I said, my co-hosts are here. Don't get mad at me, Dennis. Don't get mad at me, Miss Lisa. But BmorePod, so just one more thing we can do. Come out here and we'll just chop it up, have some fun. That's what this is all about.